Cool, cool, cool. All right, hello. This is Team 8, which includes myself, Jean-Pierre Valentine.
I am Liam Ferreira.
And I am Sean Mendez.
All right, and our project was the Augmented Virtual Reality Wearable Display Screen and Design, which is done with Human Mind Engineering Research Lab, or HEMER for short.
So the project purpose was to create a dual monitor vest for the HEMER lab, specifically one that can connect up to VR/AR headsets and stream what the view of the user has to the monitor.
For the sponsor background, we're working in the Human in Mind Engineering Research Lab. This is led by Dr. Heejun Jiang, and they're currently working on researching their own augmented reality software. We're working with AR devices involving Magic Leap, Oculus Rift, and the HoloLens, and all of them have been very beneficial to us and our project.
All right, and in designing our project, we first did a patent search just to see that what we were creating wasn't already created, and that make sure we weren't copying anything that is already on the market. And this is just some of the these are just some of the patents we found that are similar to our product, but are still different from our product. All right, and in designing our product, we used a fishbone diagram just to put the overall criteria into paper and see what we needed to get together to complete our vest. This included reviewing our options in our design and our material and our measurements. And if you go to our next page, we decided what the customer needs were and how important they were, and this all played a role into designing our vest. Go to the next page. And in the actual hardware of the device, we decided to use a Raspberry Pi, which would give us the processing power to stream onto our screens what we saw on our VR or AR headset. And in our initial design of our vest, we created a CAD model just to get an overall idea of what we wanted to make and how big it would be. In the initial model, we decided we were starting with one screen and a smaller vest, but we decided we wanted a bigger vest that would be more secure, and we decided to go from one screen that would be on the front to two screens, which would be one on the front and one on the back.
Comes to the purchase orders, we had two 10.1-inch monitors, Raspberry Pis, power source, and a vest. And all these components were essential to our project. And we also needed to modify some of them in order to accommodate for new changes regarding the sponsor. As regarding the financials, we have the student budget of $250, which is provided by the senior design department. Sponsor support was an additional $106.17. And any remainder fees were covered by the department as a total of $112.33. While working to fill out the purchase orders, we encountered some difficulties in receiving the orders on time. In order to rectify these issues, we went for expedited shipping, and that allowed us to proceed with the project lifecycle and meet our goals on time. The project Gantt chart involved a list of tasks and issues that we would be completing throughout the whole project to make sure we stayed on task and we're overall up to date and able to complete the project on time and in a concise manner.
So in this slide, it shows some of our project obstacles. So firstly was a delay in receiving project materials due to a filing mistake. We overcame this by having shipping expedited on certain products, as well as Raspberry Pi shortage. For this, we actually went to a lab and borrowed two of their Raspberry Pis. In addition, we had a team member who withdrew from the course. And lastly was the Raspberry Pi configuration, which was unfortunately we fried one of our Raspberry Pis. However, we were still able to make the VR headset using just one. So these were some of our improvements or ideas that we had that we thought could be implemented. However, they did not make the final cut. The first one was a cooling system. This is so that the Raspberry Pi would not overheat. Secondly, was using multiple Raspberry Pis. This would just be to help the processor of both Raspberry, or to help the processor of just one Raspberry Pi take on a lot less of the work. And lastly, using a more compact vest. And in this video, it shows our final product. This is the front of the vest. As you can see, there's a monitor which does show what is being sent from the VR to the monitor. And this is just the monitor on the back side. Lastly, if any of you guys have any questions, please post onto our Google Forms. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your day.